Hello, folks. Violent demos to come again. As the day flew by from the excitement, I now declare the opening of my special demo festival again. In 1997. Wait, no. That's King of Fighters, never mind. So, here we go. Once more. There are more demos to play. More demos than I think I could ever play. And yet I'm gonna try to get as many of them as I can in this week. I have made my announcement posts on social media. I am all geared up and ready to go. I am pushing the wrong buttons and making Windows poop at me. Curse you, Windows. But yeah, hello. I am either for SQRLMOGDEMOFEST. And for whatever reason, this is still Steam Demo Fest. We're on day 4, huh? You know, it's hard to believe. I don't normally stream every single day of my life. But I can definitely see that there are reasons to do that. I like streaming, and I like every day of my life, and I am gonna stream the hell out of everything. Everything I can. Hello, Silver. Good to see you. I am, as always, here and hosting. And I think I can close down various social media stuff and focus purely on you guys. We have, as always, a rather eclectic lineup tonight. We're gonna have, likely some obviously we're gonna have some demos. Wow, what are they gonna play at Demo Fest? I hear they're playing demos. My god! But, no, we're gonna be playing, some dungeon stuff, we're gonna be playing some RPGs, we're gonna be playing platformers. We might even have a, kind of a town-building god game looking thing. There's a lot in my stash still. There are still 25 demos that I want to look at, and we're only gonna get through, like, a couple tonight, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this could last all week. Will there be violence, actually? Maybe. Maybe. I do like violence. You don't say, I do say. It's one of the few things I say, but I say it very well. And that is, we will play demos. All of these games that I've selected, I think they're all interesting or promising looking. There's a lot of games that I just let slide past. Like, I looked at stuff like, I looked at, like, endless, deck-building card games. I looked at lots of strategy games. I looked at horror games. None of those things are really in my area of expertise. I don't trust myself to... It would be difficult for me to separate my experience with the genre, or a lack of experience with the genre, versus my experience with the game itself. So, when I dabble with these demos, I generally go for demos in genres I know, because I can discern what makes a good JRPG, for example. I feel I can discern what makes a good platformer. I'm not sure I could discern what makes a good turn-based strategy game, or a good real-time strategy game, or a good god game. I've never really played any of those. I have no idea whether they're good or bad. So, my lack of experience there, I feel, would be a hindrance. Technically, every game can be somebody's first experience with a genre. But, I don't know, it's something I try. Black and white could be fun. Maybe I would spend the entire time, like, throwing people out to sea. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. Can I squinch Steam in a bit? No. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I have picked a game to start with this Demo Fest tonight. And I think we're going to start with Jusant. Now, I don't speak French, but this looks like it's about climbing. I had a glance at it while I was getting set up. So I'm going to give it a run, and, properties, window, Jusant. Okay. Hold on, I gotta winch it on down. Hmm. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. This demo is not representative of the final game's quality, not yet optimized. You may still encounter some bugs. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm gonna play it, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it anyway. Alright. This is updating. Yes, this is updating. Game environment, normal, noisy, quiet, night. I don't know what that means. Font size. Okay. Low tide. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's all set fine. Start a new save. Jusant. Mne. French maritime turn qualifying a period of low tide. Okay. I think I must have missed this before because I was fiddling with settings. That's a really low tide. Masculine. Oh, okay. Right, in French, letters have sex. I forgot. Okay. Well, you're awful Mobius now, aren't you? Well, it looks like the tide went out and just never came back in. Oh, it's an angry crab. Oh, bye, crab. I'll put them back on. You have Tintin face. Go to the nurse. Yeah, Tintin face. And that is... So we have like a leaf poncho, spotted pants, and bright purple sneakers. I assume it's just whatever the character could scavenge up. But... Alright, we're climbing. Ah. Right, I remember seeing this at... I think it was Microsoft's conference. It's a, It is a very detailed climbing simulator of sorts. From Don't Nod, who usually do, very, very narrative games. So I was very curious about this one, because Don't Nod are not the people I associate mechanics-heavy narrative games with. I'm used to them getting the narrative stuff out of the wood. Can I kick stuff off the cliff? No. Oh. These carabiners secure the climb and tell you what path to take. Oh. So far, it's not terribly interesting. It's just a lot of alternating left and right. I am curious as to where that... Whoops. To be fair, it's very slickly textured. I should have guessed that you'd slide off this. But mostly this is very alternate left and right to climb. I do like that you have to reel your rope in after you're done climbing a place. Oh. The question is there anything down there worth me climbing down to find out? And I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna... Apparently, no, I'm not. Apparently, I'm not climbing down to find out. Okay, well that's fair. Secondary pitons. If it's full, they're available to use. Alright. So I have placed a piton. Hold to load a jump. Alright, good. Okay, I am seeing some mechanical complexity here. I have a stamina meter now, all of a sudden. Oh, hello, Saria. Yes, this is climbing. Alright, let go. Placing a baton anchors you if you fall. Good idea, because I'm not sure where the next... Okay, there we go. Well, this should be a lot easier to do. There we go, okay. Is this the route I'm supposed to take? I think so, yes. Jump. Okay, and we hit L to rest. Oh, well, that's nice. I'm glad I can give the little guy a break. It doesn't, like, refill your stamina bar all the way, but it does help. Alright. I do not apparently get my batons back. Is finding them in the world part of the exploration goals? Crab. Crab. Oh, hello. Can you grab these? No, you cannot. Fair. Stairs. They go up. Alright, this goes up. Is there a path further into the cave? Can you... Yeah, alright. There's nothing over here, though. And there is no path further into the cave. So far this is very, very linear. Alright, we go, and up. I can't imagine these are fun to grab onto. Mining helmets. I want to take all this stuff with me. I know it's not going to be useful for anything, but... Oh well. Another sleep, turning over stones at the old delta. Harvest. 2 belay stations for parts, a good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old cape. Otherwise, smooth sailing. A couple old lanterns I think I can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I think I finally caught an old knitting machine for Enio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure I'm going to haul it up to low tide, though. Note to self, stop doing business with Rem. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the Heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman, that's what. Oh good, we can find collectible world building. Oh. Can I go up again? Cannot. Oh, I like the, purple sheen the kid's hair takes on. And hello, Shatari. Good to see you. Alright. Hold to place a main carabiner. The rope can be attached to most surfaces. Interesting. Alright, am I going down or up? It looks like I'm going down, so I could just... What if I just let go? Kid, what if you just let go? Let go, kid. Child. LB down, RB up. Oh, okay. And we can swing with it. Yes. Oh, don't bash your head in. Okay, I approve of that. I guess we are going down after all. Oh. I'm back at the... Okay. I guess we're not going down after all. Going back up. Happily, it only takes a few seconds to climb in this game. Up, 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 up. You want that mechanic with grapple points as a standard thing? In the Uncharted games, among others, it generally is. You can do it at points in Prince of Persia. It's nice, yes, but... Okay. Over... Oh, no, no. Okay. I see where I'm going. There we go. What's in here? I guess I could... I guess I could rappel down from here? Should I? I don't see a need to. Oh, fast travel. Alright. No, thank you, I'm good. Or, alright, I'm gonna go down and see what's down here. Alright, let's stay connected. Alright, yeah, this is just fast travel. So can I reel myself back up? Good. Anyway, it's nice, but I think you really... This is the kind of thing you really have to actually build the game around. I don't think it's an incidental movement option, you know? Okay. Up here. We're going up another ladder. Or, what's this? What are we doing, kid? I guess we're just poking in the, atmosphere? Alright, sure. Oh yeah, I get what you mean, but... Man, you would really have to build it into the game, like, at the base design level. You would have to be totally aware that the player could just do that pretty much anytime they feel like it. Yeek! How are things at the sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one attended the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside-down cliff should help steer passerbys this way. I miss seeing a packed patio. Can you take care of it? I checked with low tide and everyone agrees. Hey, Mo, listen, it's going. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders. Like, if I'm free for a romantic dinner for two? Anyway, sounds good for your scaffolding. Since the village approves. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plane I had to build. I still have a wreck or two left over. I'll get to it when the currents allow. I owe you one, thanks. You're the best. By the way, do you ever run into old Sonia? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her I need a new hob for my oven? Mine's taking on water. In the meantime, set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it is, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. Yeah, Silver dear, you're fantastic, but please do not attempt to root the chat. Can I, nope, I cannot climb up here. And that's my way down, so this is my way up. Let's, plug in. Come around. Whoa, okay. No. Grab it, grab it, grab it! No. Grab the pipe. You have no interest in grabbing the pipe, do you? Can I don't see anywhere to go except up there. Let's reset this whole mess. Plug back in. Jump off. And up. Miss. Behold the least safe climbing practices in the world. I seriously feel like I should be allowed to grab that. The fact that I can't makes me take umbrage. And there's hardly any umbrage left. Alright, I've already looked at this. Can I climb up on the table and then climb up this? No, I cannot. Alright, this is a little bothersome. I just cannot get up there. Can I put a plinth on while I'm, baton on while I'm swinging? Yes. Okay. That doesn't really... No, go back up. That doesn't really help me, though. Alright. Well, now I can swing from this. And maybe I can jump over... No. What about over here? This has plenty of handholds. Alright. Okay. I guess I can climb this. This seems silly, particularly when there are perfectly good pipes over there. But okay. Well, I don't know, maybe the kid's like... He's not wearing gloves. Oh, what the hell was that? Why did the ground fart at me? Something squishy happened indeed. Is this supposed to be happening? This is weird. Oh, that was a freeze for a second there. Alright. And there's some ladders. Is there something down here? I guess that's supposed to be where I put a baton. But I put a baton somewhere else instead, so I can just go straight on up here. What is this? It's nothing. Okay. It's like fireflies. That doesn't look likely. I'm gonna stick with the wood. Oh, like the wood's not an option, is it? Okay. Well, alright. Oh, I dislike this. That means it's effective. You have amazing finger strength, my dude. I mean, I'm guessing you're a dude. I'm not really entirely positive. Oh, I can double jump. That's interesting to know. Okay. That might have helped earlier. Oh, sure! Alright. Well, that didn't work. Hold A to jump. Hold A to descend rapidly, more like. There. Okay. So this is definitely more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Although, I'm not sure if this will carry me for like 8 to 10 hours. Certainly a meditative experience, in a way. Once I, grasped the rules of how to make it work. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's rest. Well, yeah, a lot of the demos are very polished with a ton to do. It feels like it has to be that way now. Gamers are more picky than ever. If there's a minor flaw in your demo, or if you have, like, something unfinished, people are gonna jump on it in the worst possible way. That said, it is absolutely... It's not easy to make a demo, because, you know, you're basically making a small slice of your game that is standalone and needs the same amount of polish as the rest of the game. I have a lot of respect for even bothering to put out a demo like this, you know? Or even something as small as, like, crane operator. There was an outside path and an inside path. What's this? Okay. Leave a stone, take a stone. But yeah, demos like this are fantastic. I respect that, you know, even the crane game operator person put out a demo and it was playable. Oh, well, alright. We're gonna have an Ico moment, I guess. It's very hard to keep him off the bottom rail. I don't know what you are, little fat thing, but I love you. Hey, Bianca, you must have cast off for who knows where. I went back to the postal relay, still no water. Surprise, surprise. Sully and Father still sorting through everything by hand, and I've gotten roped into helping with deliveries. Me on Pebbleback? You can imagine what a sight I must be. Even I'm laughing at myself. Still, why not, eh? It's a fresh start. And I quite like seeing the world as the mail comes in. Well, it would be nicer if this damn Pebble would just change course when I ask it to. It's stubborn, I'm telling you. Worse than old Yum. What a nightmare, though, honestly. Anyway, I'm gonna miss the tide at this rank. I left your mail by the door. So it looks like there are two paths here. I could go further inward, or I can climb this. I'm not positive that those are two real paths. Like, I don't know if one of them ends abruptly. But I want to, you know, take a quick look around here. Right now, my current mystery is what happened to every single ladder in the game? Hey, Bianca, how are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off onto the horizon. Good riddance. I never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. Not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. I'm starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? Oh, Emmy, I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, I'm about as useful as a buoy on dry land, but no surprise there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed. Except for old Ennio's shop. He's still raising his jokos. Bassa tried to convince him to leave with them. Remember Bassa, the little terror at the back of the classroom? He got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one's dared try again since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might be seeing more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I'd like that, but going off on an adventure with strangers? Oh, I don't know what you... Hold on a moment. I cannot page over to scroll back up. So, whatever you just said is lost to time, I'm afraid. Hold on, let me try, Nope. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I better stock the hold. I bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. Come see me, too. You don't have any excuses since you're out of a job. He, he. I hate when people write it like that. It'd be a nice change from the stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day, another climber got stuck at Weeping Rock Pass. Had to go fetch them. If only you could have seen them. Stupid enough to eat hay, as they say around here. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. The chat box only holds so much. And, whatever it was is lost. So... Okay, I could go over that way. I think. Alright, is this like an optional directional thing? Let's find out. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Can I jump up? No. And I put it here and then, like, double jump. No. Well, suppose I put another one out far as I can get. Alright. Well, I'm out of sticks, or tons, so, I guess I just can't... Oh, no, wait. Probably not supposed to be able to do that. Probably not supposed to be able to do that. Um... Okay. Uh... What kind of pose is this? Okay. And now I can, double jump up? No? I believe I may have broken it. Alright. How far down can I go? Quite a ways. So... I guess I'll just take these out. Or something. No, I can't. Is there a reset button? dear. You know, this is why the game was extremely linear. Because they gave me a few moments of freedom. Just a few moments of freedom. And look what I've done with it. I cannot be trusted. As a player, I am the enemy. I cannot be trusted. Can I, Nope. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we may have to wrap this one up. Oh, wait, am I standing? Okay. Well, still, I think we're gonna have to wrap this one up. I think maybe I could reach the platform on the lower left. Like down there? Maybe? Let me swing out here. Put down a thing. Is this a platform? What even is this? Can I grab these things? No, check mark here. Can I have these? What are they? If they're not for grabbing, what do they do? Whoops. Okay, up a little bit. Can I use them as swing points? Kind of? I definitely can't, like, stand on them. Oh. I'm at the end of my rope. Literally. This is as far out as I go, and I am now glitching the heck out. Okay. No, I'm not allowed to let go of the rope. They probably fear what I will do if I'm allowed to let go of the rope. Is this a platform? Can I stand on this? No. No, I cannot. Can I get back over to there? Don't think I can. Nope, nope. Up. Upwards. Upwards. When climbing, we go upwards. Alright. Swing. Oh, wait. Can I take one back? Okay. I got back. Woo! Let's never do that again. I ruined everything! Hooray! I don't care right now. I'm done with the backstory. I want to know what's... Are we fading out? What's happening? I got stuck. I don't think I'm allowed through there. Wait a minute, then where am I supposed to go? Was that what I was supposed to be doing? You're joking. Surely you're joking. Oh wow, I found the darkest place in the internet. How about up here? Nothing? Big fat nothing? Big fat nothing, okay. What about over here? That's a ladder. That's a ladder, and it does not go anywhere that I want to be. Oh, dear! Where am I supposed to be going, exactly? Up here? No? Maybe I should try taking these stairs. And see if there's somewhere further up. In any event, if any Don't Nod developers are watching me play this, be it, you know, live, which is doubtful, or on a VOD, like if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm very sorry for what I'm doing to your poor game. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't mean to be like this. It just happens. Yeah, here we go. The little animal thing. What little animal thing? This got me to some world building? Oh, and a ladder. My bestest friend in the game. I mean, like, when I think of the little animals that help me play video games, I think of you guys. Oh, the little rodent thing. Is he doing anything back there? Because I don't... Oh, release to let yourself drop. Okay. They show up towards forward progress. Do they? Meanwhile, I appear to have just hung myself. Can I go back over the, Yeah, there we go. Okay, let myself drop, it says. Oh, and then I have to swing over here. Okay. Am I too low? There we go. Okay. Grab that, please. Grab that, please. Please, I beg you, I literally beg you to... There we go. Yeah, proper safety lines. As you know, we're all about safety here on Squirrel.com. Can't go in there. I have been playing this for like an hour. Wow. There's a lot of demo here. What is this? Put your lips on it. I mean, yeah, I've got some gelatin with me. I just don't know what it does. I just assumed that was like, you know, the emergency food. Alright. So that was Jusant. A game that took up rather more time than I expected it to. Oh, I'm glad that the title screen updated for that, actually. That's kind of cool. Do I care to wishlist it? Is the question. And in spite of everything, not, I'm not sure. It's interesting, but I don't know if I want it. I'll wait to see what price point it comes out at, really. Like, this is easily one of the most polished demos that we've seen. And I think I'm just not sure if I want it at all. Oh well. It was interesting, though. I'll give it that. Very interesting. After that much, like, serene beauty, I want some chaos. I'm tired of serene beauty. So let's try Bombing 2, a graffiti paradise. Let's make some graffiti. I know next to nothing about this, so that should make it exciting. Guessing it's a love letter towards Jet Set Radio? I'm hoping so. One moment while I... Okay. Welcome to the Bombing 2, a Graffiti Paradise demo. This isn't exactly 2D, so I am clearly wrong. Let's see, alright. Hey, first time heading to Graffiti Paradise? Yeah. You can call me Lumps. I can show you the ropes around here. I love helping newbies like you out, think nothing of it. Graffiti Paradise is an awesome place where artists can paint anything they want. You can access your toolbar with Tab, and you can swap the color by holding the right mouse button. Access your gear with R, and place them by looking at the ground. Ready to pack it up and go home? Press Escape. If you forget anything, come on over and talk to me again. Happy painting. Alright, I've got jumps. I don't have, like, mantles. There are people around, but I'm not terribly interested in them right now. Right now I'm just exploring the area. Exploring the area. Big old pride flag of some variety. I sound like I have a marble inside me. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm a sentient spray can. Doors are not openable. Alright, let's start here. What is this? Gear, ladders, radio, and a lock. I have a ladder, huh? Okay. How tall is my ladder? Not very. Can I put a ladder on top of my ladder? Can I ladderception? Not really. Okay. Okay, so I can change colors. Let's do something in kind of a pink mode, because I am predictable as fuck. Yeah, sort of a... Okay. That's good. And now I just, what? Mouse one at it? Oh, this... This is interesting. Fire hose. Okay, this is a thing. And then I'll take, wait. Let's see. Skinny. It's something! I don't think I'm the target audience for this game. I think this requires somebody who is, like, actually creative. Somebody who knows that you get to drink from the fire hose. Thank you! But yeah, I just, like, I'm not a terribly creative person. I'm a vandal at heart. So, I really don't know what the game, like... This is the kind of game where it's like a sandbox full of Legos. And I'm like, well, what did the Legos used to be before you took them apart? And, you know, I just... It's cool that this is here, but I'm not sure it's for me. That said, this is ugly. Cycle nibs. Oh, I can make, like, big squares. Yeah, yeah. Can I paint on you? Not that I'm aware of. Well, maybe if I get out here. Yeah, see, I'm good at, like, the like, problem solve your way up a building part. I'm not really good at the paint stuff part. So, this is cool, but it is actually like a hardcore graffiti game, and I don't know anything about graffiti. Would I wishlist this? Not as it stands. Alright, what next? How about, Koa and the Five Pirates of Mura? I know nothing about this except that it's a 3D platformer. Built-in wishlist. I think it just takes you to the store page. That's what it's always done. Whenever I've clicked one. Okay. Er, resolution, please. Oh, dear. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Is there a resolution button in the menu, maybe? Hold on for just a second, this is gonna look weird. Yeah. Okay. Please give me a menu. No, that is too much resolution. Okay, that is too little resolution, but I can work with it. Okay, let me try this. And if I swap back to the game, that is almost perfect. I just need to... No, there we go. No, that's not right either. Please stop changing... Oh, I know. I'll put it in a window. Hold on. Hold on. Apply. Okay, now it's in a window. And I can just stretch it out to, like, proper fill. There. No, that's not proper fill. There's... There. Okay. That took a minute. Let's see what this is. Emergency on the island. Stop. Come to Puni Island. Stop. Pirates or thieves. Stop. We need your help. Stop. I don't think you're supposed to actually write stop in the telegram. Oh yeah, this is a platformer. What's up, Koa? Welcome to the Koa and the 5 Pirates Amara demo. Outsmart traps, navigate dangerous environments, and... Dude, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. It's already in the Steam shop description. Because you don't pay me enough for this. Actually, you don't pay me at all. Anyway. I prepared something to get you used to the controls and stuff. You ready? Let's get started. Alright, we do a little skippy bouncy. This jumps. Alright. Come on, Koa, this is a piece of cake. Press A to jump. Hey! Whoop! Here. You're not scared of cannons, are you? Press X to dodge them by running. Alright? Everything in this game is cute. Even the cannons are kind of cute. Now you know the cat special jump. That's a butt slam. I learned this from my years on the street. If you press X while falling, you will roll. Will I? Oh, you have to slam and then roll. Okay. Can I triple jump? No. That said, there was something No, hold on. Hold on for just a minute. Okay, we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna skip the text. There was something above me, and I did not, like, manage to bounce up and grab it. Skip the text, skip the text. Okay. Run. Alright, butt pound. Butt pound roll. Butt pound roll. Yeah, you see that up there? What is that? I think it might be a stage light. Royalty-free ukulele tracks. I don't know what you've been listening to. You can grab items with Y and throw them. Okay. By the way, the water is swarming with crocodiles. Do I immediately die if I step in the water? Yes. The water is literally swarming with so many crocodiles, you die instantly if you step. Not bad for your first try. With what you've learned, you can get through the demo with no problems. Cool. The demo's a little stuttery here and there. Of course, I'm running it in a window while streaming, so that may be why. Take a walk around Qualis and let me know what you think. Don't be shy and talk to people. Don't be shy and talk to people. Don't be shy and talk... Don't be shy, comma, and talk to people. You may find something interesting. But first of all, you should go to the lighthouse and talk to Salami. Alright. And don't forget to add the game to your Steam wishlist. Jeez, I've already said it. Have fun. Well, I can't go in that way, so... Hi, who are you? I love moles. I wish the world was inhabited only by moles. You're bad and wrong, and you look funny. Goodbye. I literally cannot go in this building, so... Hey, are you Salami? Hi, Caleb. He doesn't seem to be in a very good mood. This is a disaster! Those wretched people! Kiddo, you better come back another time. When the full game comes out or so. So this is one of those demos that point out that they're a demo every 20 minutes. Or less. Yo, is that Godzilla? I wish I could zoom in on things. Like, ever, at all. Even a little bit. If Mum finds out I've run away, she'll kill me. Well, that sounds like a you problem. Crab? Okay. Cat. Oh. I can ride the cat. Come back, cat. Oh, I think this is a dog. Oh, I can zoom in. I just have to stand very still for a while. Hey, Owen. What's up? Since tourists have returned to the island, everything is full of garbage. So obviously no one comes to my restaurant. Caw, would you do me a favor and pick up the pieces of rubbish lying around Qualis? Yes. Whenever you see a bag of rubbish, take it to the frog bins. I'm sure you'll also get some shells in return. Recycling! Hey, Luffy. I've heard in the full game you can travel by boat. Wow, really? Okay, I recycled. It's the market, my friend. So, yeah. I was told to go to the docks. So I guess maybe I better head back towards the water some more. The deadly, deadly water. My leg went numb and now I can't move. It sucks to be you. Hey Sandy, how's it going? Here I am, basking in the sun, enjoying the good life. Actually, could you move out of the way? You're blocking my sun. Come back when you've completed the first level of the demo. I'm at the docks. There's nobody here. Except for this loser. Ah, here's some trash. Why do I have to play on as the ugliest thing on the island? Because game developers still have the misguided, completely wrong idea that what gamers want is to be a human. And they're wrong, and they're dumb, and they should stop. That said, I've been down to the docks, and I haven't seen anyone. Hey, Ko, I hear the challenge for you. Sure. I bet you can't find the 20 shells I've hidden around the island. You'll see. 20 shells, huh? Alright. Are they the things that... I don't know what that is. 20 shells. 20 shells. If you don't bring me hot wings, you can go back where you came from. Rude. $20 shells, 20 shells, 20 shells. Can I find 20 shells? I can find 20 shells. I'm not even being timed on finding 20 shells. Ah, you two. Ah. So much bang. But yeah, I'm not even being timed on this, so it's basically inevitable. Okay, well, can't go that way. Wonder if there are any indoors. I mean, yeah, the house had a go inside prompt. But I mean, I wonder if any of the shells are indoors, or if there might be some outdoors. I mean, well, all of them are outdoors so far. I just don't know if the game would hide some in buildings or what. Maybe I should check. Honestly, what the music evokes to me, more than, like, license-free ukulele tracks. The music evokes, like, it's 5 PM and you're playing Animal Crossing. Like, it's deliberately as inoffensive as possible. Oh, what, there's no crocodiles in the fountain? Lazy. Get those crocodiles into that fountain. Okay, that's 17. I must be missing a couple somewhere. Crocodiles are in the full game. Yeah, probably. Seems it's something they didn't have time to finish for the... There's a lot of stuff they didn't have time to finish for the demo, I guess. I've almost collected them all the rubbish bags. That's good. No shells back there. Shells. Here's one. Maybe there's one on the roof? Is there one down there? I can't go down there. I'm not allowed on the roof either. Curse you! I should be allowed on the roof. I should be allowed on all of these roofs. There's a lot of disturbance on the island lately. Don't you like it? Not really. I get tired of people fast. Maybe I'll take a holiday and come back when all this is over. Alright, I'm just missing a couple. Yay, I died! You can die in this game. Hello, sweetie. In this demo, I've prepared some maps with levels for you to explore different worlds. Which island do you want to travel to? Home Island? We threw a child into the ocean, yes. Back home. Oh, I guess I'm not collecting shells anymore.
Let's get going!
Or maybe I am. Am I supposed to be collecting? Like, what are these for? There's an actual timer here, so there is. Well, we better get on with it then. That one's not working. I need the other thingy working. A collectible currency, that makes sense, yes. Can I smack the button again? Nope. Okay. Underneath the box, that makes sense. If I wanted to collect every shell in this level, it would be quite a feat, I think. And over here. Well, I got 3 things. That's nice.
You're on a roll.
Yay! Leaderboard? I'm 698th! Why would you even have a leaderboard in a platformer? A new race has unlocked. Does that mean I can be that race? Because I want to be that race. I'm gonna go do another level, I guess. I'm not that interested in whatever race that was. The Navy. In the Navy. We can die in 7 ways.
Here we go.
Okay, keys. Spikes. Oh, I froze the game. No, okay. So is this like a speed thing? Am I supposed to... Do I have to go fast? Like Sonic? Does the blue streak have to speed by? Okay. If I play it right, I might be able to time the sound effects with the music. Maybe? That seems like a very arbitrary thing to do. Ow. Didn't jump. Should have jumped. Did not jump. I'm not sure there's gonna be pirates in the demo. The demo seems to have just abandoned any pretense of, like, having a plot in favor of being cute about being a demo. Uh, 74! Nice. I got a new map. they reminded us that it's a demo? They have reminded us that it's a demo. Alright, I want to go talk to that one lady who was like, come see me because you're gonna race. Who is not there now, or is down here? I finished the first level. Great, I knew you had the makings of a pirate. I'm tired of sunbathing. Do you feel like racing? Well, there you go. Alright, let's race. Come on now, race! Everybody's supersonic racing. I kinda got bullied out of this. Yeah, you get back here. You stepped on me! There we go.
Oh yeah!
I'm faster than Mayo! Alright, that was cute. That was cutthroat, though, for a first race. Good lord. Alright, I think we've seen enough of this. This is precious, but, do I want it? Alright, I'm gonna see what the add to wishlist button actually does. What does it do? It opens my web browser to the game page. So I have to close my web browser and then go to it in Steam. Releases in 4 weeks. And I mean, it is the kind of bright, colorful... Ooh, you get Flood. It is the kind of bright, colorful nonsense that I'm fond of. So, I am going to go ahead and wishlist this one. Yeah, there are literally dozens of games doing the same thing, but the thing is, Shitaria, that I want all of those other games too. A good collectathon platformer is hard to find nowadays. Alright, I'm gonna refill my water. It feels very Mario 60. It's very Mario 64, except you can't, like, combo jump. And I kept trying to, like, reflectively. I'm gonna refill my water, and we're gonna play a little visual novel called Autumn with the Shiba Inu. And if you know how I select visual novels, you'll know this is gonna be a weird one. Hold on. Resize. Watched me play a few lately and all of them were more interesting to you. Well, that's fine. Preferences, display, windowed. How am I gonna... Alright, it looks like I can... Yeah, there we go. How do you spell autumn? A-U-T-U-M-N. Alright. Does it have rollback? Apparently it has rollback netcode. Alright, so we're gonna play Autumn with the Shiba Inu. Shiba Inus look at me, signaling me out. Shadows of red and black and sesame mill around. Despite the shades of fur color melting into blurs around me, I sense their cold glares glowing, following me, their canines barred with their snarls. Alright, apparently this is more aggressive than I realized. I gulp and look ahead. I have to keep my eyes focused. Even as I feel moisture welling up and cradling the bottom of my eyes. Don't let it spill. Don't let it spill. I force myself to keep my eyes open and hold my head up looking forward. I must go forward. Because she'll be there somewhere in this crowd. A kind and smiling Shiba Inu with red fur and a gray sweater. In a world where I feel like a bacteria being expelled, she alone smiled at me. You feel like a sneeze? Like, personally? Or... that warm feeling, I get the sense that she really wants me to be here. The alarm clock blares again for the 5th time, piercing through my skull. Even with my eyes closed, it's as if I could see the sounds attacking me like small needles. But it's effective. I'm fully awake now. Even though the blankets around me are so warm, I don't want to escape the gravity field of the bed. Alas, all good things must come to an end. I force my eyelids open and light floods into my vision. I stretch out my paw and drop it with a thud on the button on top of the alarm to shut it off. With a groan, I disentangle my limbs from the blanket before rolling out of the bed, so the blanket wouldn't follow me off the bed. I learned that the hard way. I make my way over to the kitchen, casting a radio station into the apartment speaker system with a swipe of my wrist phone. The apartment fills up with sound but doesn't make up for the loneliness from the dream. Moving the grinder on the counter closer to me, I pour some coffee beans into it, which is a delightful clinking sound. The grinder whirs loudly after I press the button, and after I open the lid again, I can smell the strong scent of freshly ground coffee. I scoop the resulting powder into my mocha pot and set it on the stove to boil. Already I can see that this dog A lives in Seattle and is B a tech asshole. But I repeat myself. While I wait, I open the overhead cupboard that creaks a little and grab a granola bar from a stack. What should I do today? I'm between contracts right now, so I guess I could take the day off and do nothing again. The song playing on the radio ends. The station's news singer plays before a newscaster starts to speak with an energetic voice. We have just received confirmation this morning that Mill Yi, former head of the Ministry of Civil Technologies, was arrested last night. This arrest follows a scandal involving several ARI government officials partaking in the illegal selling of new technology to tech companies. The mocha pot gurgles and emits steam from the top, signaling that the water is boiling and the coffee is almost ready. On the radio, the newscaster continues to talk about the arrest and the scandal, and I can't help but shake my head. I was hoping the rumors I saw floating around on the internet weren't true, but it looks like they were. As you can see when the text box is down in the way, he's also not wearing a smartwatch. It sucks though. Yogi was one of the only officials I actually liked. One I thought actually cared about all the dogs on the island, not just the high-ranking ones. Moyi is the latest official to be arrested in relation to the scandal, and the Shiba Island Police Chief has hinted there are warrants out for the arrest of several others. I swipe my paw over the wrist phone and the speakers go silent. Hearing about trouble in the government isn't really how I want to start my day. I absentmindedly pour the coffee out into a mug. Even though it's a favorite part of my morning routine, there's a weight on my heart I can't shake off. Well, that would be the caffeine, dude. Back at my desk, I turn on the computer for some browsing. From beside the keyboard, I grab the takeout cartons that once contained noodles and teriyaki chicken, and move them to another part of my desk. This place is a mess. I need to clean it up. Eventually. The computer boots up immediately, and the multiple monitors blink to life at the same time. Right, time to be responsible. Check my emails, look for work. I haven't had a full-time job for a while, instead preferring to work some one-off contracts just to pay the bills. Income is less predictable on contracts, but I'd rather be just a fleeting interaction, an anonymous face. After all, on the internet, nobody knows I'm a dog. It is the time of year where I need to make sure I can continue to afford rent and food, though. Hopefully the last few postings I responded to have looked at my application. I pull up my email app, encrypted and secured to prevent other hackers from messing with me. There are a few emails that came in since last night. BeagleNeta 3 on sale. Grab your copy at 30% off. I already played that game when it came out, but tried to wipe it from memory. 1 and 2 were so great. Read, dog slow, limitation, SDK compiler creates bigger YAML exceeding, memory limit quickly. I stopped using dog slow a while ago, but I'm still subscribed to the threads. Should clean up my notifications. After going through the list of emails, I see I have one more that was unread. Contract job opportunity. Contact for more information. The email includes a contact name, Lou Zoo, and a number to reach them. I look around my desk, picking up paper and other garbage, searching for one of my burner phones. Could have sworn I had at least one around here somewhere. I feel my foot kick something hard, and I look down to see one of my phones on the floor. Ah, there we are. I pick the brick of a phone up off the floor and blow on it in case there's dust, and then turn it on, seeing it still has power. Older phones are better for my line of work, in my opinion. These new wrist phones get hacked easily. They collect so much user information, old phones are so much more reliable. And if I drop them, they typically don't smash to pieces. I want to find this cute and charming, but so far I just think this dog is an insufferable fucking asshole. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh right, calling the zoo. I dial the number in the email. It rings twice before someone answers it. Is this Quelly? I'm glad you reached out on such short notice. Yes, I'm interested in learning more about the job in the email. If it's a scam, then I'll hang up. Let me begin. I'm sure you've heard about Mo Yi. Who hasn't? Their arrest is all over the news. I'm working to have their name cleared. That's interesting. It's a big case with some public scrutiny already. Wonder what this job is going to be and why they need me. It already sounds like something I need to charge more for, but I'll hear this dog out to estimate the risk of taking the job. Go on. The problem right now is proof. As of right now, all evidence submitted to the court is against Mo Yi. However, a reliable source told me there's information and proof that will clear their name. Evidence they were a whistleblower about this scandal. The information will probably prove they're not being involved, and they're being forced to take the fall. Many Shibas admire Mo Yi's efforts and advocacy for lower-ranking dogs on the island. It's not shocking that some dogs in the higher ranks are threatened by this. You're probably wondering what part you'll play here, Quilly. My source tells me the ARI have stored this information in one of their most private, secure networks, called the Blink Network. I know you have the ability to infiltrate networks and access the most secure of information. Wait, the ARI? Of course they're involved. Why am I not surprised? They have their paws in everyone's pies. Hacking into one of their networks is already tough, and now I have to gain access to one that's super secure? And do all of that without getting caught? It's a huge risk. I'm not sure I want to sniff around in their business. Not to mention, I'm not even sure it's doable to begin with. Hello, are you still there? Oh, I'm sorry, I was having an inner monologue. Oops, forgot I was on the phone for a second. I see. Thanks, didn't mean to say that out loud. Sorry, I was thinking, are you sure there's no other way to obtain the information you're looking for? As far as I know, no. I know about your skills, Quilly. This should be a walk in the park for you. Unfortunately, the ARI doesn't make it a problem. They keep their secrets locked tight. I'm sure you'll be up for the challenge. It'll give you a chance to show off your skills, right? That's the thing. Even if I were up for the challenge, there's a chance it won't be possible. They have large teams dedicated to plugging any holes in their system, to make sure not just anyone can get in. I hear Lucy sigh at the other end of the line. If this is about money, I assure you you'll be properly compensated. I'm prepared to pay well above your fees to have this work done. The promise of high pay sounds good, I'll give him that. If what he says is true, my rent could be covered for a long time. But still, I don't think this dog fully grasps where I'm coming from. The ARI isn't a complication that money can get rid of. Lizzie, money has been a problem. I hear him sigh again. He's clearly getting frustrated with me. Don't you believe in fighting for a better future? For the greater good? Won't you at least try instead of surrendering? If you and Mo Yi switch places, wouldn't you want them to do whatever they can? Mo Yi wants to fight for the greater good, a future where the ranking system doesn't rule us, and all dogs can live free and peacefully. Don't you want that? Yes, of course I do. That's what I like about Mo Yi. They want a free society and actually mean it. Be a way for them to be imprisoned for who knows how long. I have seen the worst Shiba Island has to offer to dogs unlucky enough to be low-ranked. Mo Yi truly strive to upturn their fortunes around. I have to admit, I am wondering if this is a spin-off of something, because they sure are tossing around a lot of jargon they seem to expect me to be familiar with. I have tried every alternative. Please, there's no one else I can turn to. Damn it. I sigh, knowing I'm going against my better judgment. Alright, I'll take the job. I can barely hear it, but I swear Lizzie giggles. Thank you, I'm glad you will. The sudden change in tone instantly sets off alarms in my head. Wait, what? Tell me right now, who are you? Recognize me now, Quayle? Bezu? I'm flattered you remember me, Lily. Wait. I can only stare into thin air, my mouth open. No, her mouth is open. Hers is closed. Bezu is an acquaintance of mine I've known for a while. We were closer in the past, but we still stay in touch and talk once every 2 years. I'm not surprised that Bezu would be one to be involved with something as far-fetched as a political case. But why would you try to contact me this way? Why did you pretend to be someone else? I know you're good at that, but why didn't you just say it's you? I didn't want to lie to you, my dear Lily. Now that you've agreed to the case, there's no point in me hiding anything. It's a more difficult case than usual, so I had to make sure you took it of your own free will instead of your love for your old friend, Bezu. I suppose. But you didn't need to do that. Why not? It was funny. Or are you just embarrassed you couldn't tell who I was? No way. Why are you doing this anyhow? How much money are you being offered to get tangled up in something like this? As much or as little as you imagine, my dear Lily. She's totally in it for the money. There's no way she's in it for the greater good she was selling me on. Speaking of which, my payment schedule is half up front and has to be delivered upon completion of the job. At least business is still business. I'll send you an email with instructions on how to deposit the money. Sounds good. Straight to business, huh? There's the upfront payment right after the call. One more thing. You still remember where I live, right? Come by ASAP so I can get you started. Bezu hangs up before I can say anything. Thankfully, I do remember where she lives. She must have just simply assumed that I did. What have I gotten myself into? On one paw, Bezu was right. I agreed to the job. On the other paw, it was a slight relief I've been working with a dog that I've worked with before. At least rent this month won't be a problem. And I can get more takeout. I start to salivate as I think about all the fried chicken, ramen, and other food I can order now. Okay, but first I need to figure out how to get to Bezu's place. As I swipe my wrist phone interface, my mind can't help but go back to the job. Yeah, he's complaining that wrist phones are fundamentally insecure, but he uses one for everything except for, like, work calls? How am I ever gonna hack into the Blink network? I've accessed some of the ARI's less secure networks before on a reconnaissance mission. Maybe I could jump from one system to another until I get to my destination? I just want to check something in the background real quick. Yeah, this is a spin-off of something. A summer with the Shiba Inu. Okay. That makes sense. It's a spin-off. Has this dog ever heard of social engineering? I don't know. A few years ago. You can tell that it's a few years ago because it's in black and white now. He's got the same setup. I have several terminal windows open, each with entries to the networks I've hacked before. Good thing I always leave a back door. The hollow radio continues to play some instrumental rock, and my coffee helps me focus as I try to access new ARI networks I haven't hacked before. Okay. My number one problem with this game is that I think the main character is an absolutely insufferable dick. And unfortunately, I think that means that I'm shutting this down right now. Like, I just cannot take any more of him. I cannot stand this dude. So, am I going to wishlist Autumn with the Shiba Inu? No. No, I really don't want to spend any more time with this character. I just want to be rid of them. We only have a few minutes left before it's been 2 hours. I can't think any of these games are gonna be reviewable in a few minutes. So, I think I might just go ahead and drop a little bit early. Let me see who could possibly be rateable. Nobody I particularly want to raid, I'm afraid. So I'm just gonna cut y'all free for now. But yeah, that is not really... Man, I just cannot take him. Anyway, join me tomorrow. We've still got these to go through. And, on the weekend, on Saturday at least, I might try to push through all of the rest of whatever's left. And hopefully get back to Grandia on Sunday. So, thank you all for attending. It was good to see you. And, have a good night. Have a good rest of the night. I set you all free. You are all free now. Goodbye.